up, everybody? We're back. We live again. Late night streaming. Everybody's doing all right. Slow blues and C. Start out with some blues. Everything like that. And nothing else in Metallica. Everything that fancy. We'll hit that up, why not? Well, nothing else matters from Metallica. Wow. Make sure we play in the correct key. Appreciate the request, Bill. That was pretty fun. Search. Just gonna go to it for just a second so we can find the next song to goof around over. Hey, what's up, Harry? You doing all right? We doing all right? Let's go for something. Why not? Let's get heavy. Yep, I'm doing good. What's my dream? To get to a point where I can do this for a living? Not there right now. Doing good everywhere else. I can't do the band thing. It's not for me. I don't like how people get too egotistical in groups and stuff. Plus, this is more fun for me. This helps me like evolve my guitar playing a lot more than being like stuck in a rigid like style of music. I don't want to just play one style of music. I like to jump from like heavy metal like that to let's see, let's throw something else in here. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Like I said, I like jumping from stuff like that. It's blues out of nowhere. If I didn't get hit with an ad. I can't do that if I'm in a band. It's very rare to find people that don't want to play like that. That my son, what is? Oh, is that my song? No, I'm just playing over random stuff. Yeah, I can jump to whatever style of music I want. I'll play some funk and R&B, I can hit that. metal. Little southern rock. The local airport. Now that would be tough for me to do. I have no idea. LAX, why not? We'll go with that. Oh, that's pretty cool. So you're from Vietnam? I appreciate that, Simon. See you later, Eric. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate that so much. It's going pretty good. That's a preview. I'll take it. The only good thing about where my channel's so small, you'll see that one time, you won't see the rest of the day. You'll see the AI viewers streambullshit.com will pop up one time for some random douchebag, and then you won't see it again. All right, I'm gonna hit the be right back for TikTok purposes. If I hit my vape on TikTok, they get upset, ban me. So be right back just a second. I can still talk and you can still hear me, but you won't hear the guitar or anything else. Definitely glad I added that in there. I didn't even realize I was getting banned from TikTok doing that stuff. Just one day I was like, wait a minute, why aren't I streaming on there? It was like using tobacco products on stream. I was like, oh, really? Didn't know that wasn't allowed. How long have I been learning guitar? Like 22 years total. A little off and on in between. Got didn't really get serious about it till I was like about 10, 15 years ago. And only in the last like 5-ish years I started learning my modes and scales properly. Like I learned how to play mechanically well before I learned anything musically, which is dumb. The worst way to learn how to play guitar, kind of puts you really behind on a lot of stuff. Like I was able to, but I didn't have anything musically. I could play, I could pretty much jam, play whatever I wanted as far as that, but I didn't know anything about playing in key, playing in all the different scales and everything I was supposed to learn. I just learned bits and pieces of stuff along the way. And then I recently figured out, hey, you got to actually learn how to play your scales, so that way you know what the hell you're doing. So when you're actually jamming to music and not just by yourself, it's a lot harder if you don't know what key you're in, what you're supposed to be playing, what notes you're targeting. So yeah, I had a really weird way of learning how to play. Very unconventional self-taught musician. One thing I would say, like I said, learn your keys, learn your modes. That will help you a lot. Even when you're playing like strums and chords, uh, knowing your basic chords helps you a lot. But knowing how to play those chords anywhere on the neck will give you different voicings and different things that you can do. Say like you're in a key of like A, you play a normal A chord. Let me see my tuner real quick to make this easier on myself. Uh, so notes make of A would be E, A, D flat, and A flat, or E again. But your basic chord structures and stuff like that. If you're playing a something in A, let's put an A minor. It helps a lot. Like a lot of people will be like, you don't need music theory. Like you don't need to understand like every little thing about it, like the circle of fifths and all that crazy stuff. Like you don't need to know every little thing in it. Like, but knowing where all your notes and everything are, knowing how to play across the fretboard helps you a lot as far as like if you're trying to improv or if you're trying to write music. It makes life a lot easier because it doesn't matter what you play. If it sounds good and it sounds right, it will fit into music theory. Like if you take bands that claim they never play anything in music theory, then how are all their songs in a certain key? So they might not know music theory, but because it sounds like it goes together, it's in a key. So it does work with the music theory. That is one thing that I learned as well going through it all. Like Trivium, very popular band that I like a lot. They are not musically as far as like they know like little bits and pieces, but they don't know everything about theory. But any one of their songs, if you look up any of their songs, they're in keys. You can play along to them even if you don't know them. If you're, you know, doing like jams and goofing around. Like I'll pick one of their like I'll even just do a random just song in general. That helps as well too. Like I cannot like for the life of me, like I've got like aids and stuff with me as far as like helping myself out. Like I use tunebat.com so I can figure out what key songs are in if I get requests and stuff because I can't by ear do any of that shit. Like I don't have perfect pitch. Like I'm not the do. It's hard to obtain that, but I mean if you get to the point where you can tell what key something's in by ear, that'll take you a long way as far as like writing music and like improving because you can do it on the spot then. Where I have to take like a couple extra steps to do it. Like some songs and stuff, like I can kind of tell what key they're in just from doing it for so long. But yeah, I like to be sure. I always check. But I'll do like random Metallica song. We'll do Seek and Destroy. I know that one's an A major already, so I know how to play it. But I can play along with it even with stuff that's not in the song. And it sounds like it goes with it, even though it's not part of the song at all. But yeah. Even that on its own, like doing it on your own, you can learn a lot just goofing around. Like a lot of the stuff I'm doing is off the top of my head. I'm just like feeling the rhythm and trying to play along with it. Like I use the singer a lot as well. But you can always go back and forth between playing the song and playing along with the song. But for, like I said, for this I'm in A major, which is just that's your A major scale. Start on the 5th fret. Now within the A major scale, you also have stuff like D Phrygian, no, not D Phrygian, B Phrygian, which is it B Phrygian? I'm looking at the wrong scale. Hold on, A major. There we go. So yeah, it would be C sharp Phrygian, which is. I'll show it again. And I'll take elements from like different like each like basically every point of it. You also got F sharp minor is in there, but you get multiple scales and stuff within if you're looking at the whole fretboard scale rather than just how do I detect the key of a song? For me, I use tunebat.com or ear training for some. Some I just like I said, I'll recognize it like when I'm hearing stuff. Like with that one, I know a lot of that song is. So like for that song, a lot of the notes are in the scale in like A major. So you'll hear a lot of. That would be the blues scale of it. But like after a long time of hearing different songs and stuff, you'll start to recognize chords and everything, and then like kind of it'll trigger your ear. You'll be like, wait a minute, that sounds like it's an E. Wait, that sounds like it's in this. And from playing all the scales over and over again, like because you have you know outside of your sharps, all your just regular, you got your C, basically A B C D E F G. You got those 7 notes and you got your sharps and your flats that go either half step higher, half step low, depending on which direction you're going on the scale. So each one of those scales has their own major scale, and all the major scales will link into most of your other scales, like your minor, which is Aeolian. Let me see, Locrian. I think diatonic's different. Diatonic is pretty much your. I think that is literally the diatonic scales are your pentatonic scales. Also, it's 2 notes per string. Uh, which one is also the same as major? Ionian is major. So Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian, and diatonic. Each one of those scales are in a scale at the end of the day. And when you're playing like I said, I stick to major a lot because of the fact that you can find in each grouping you can find a bunch of different scales. Now, if I'm playing a song in A major, I can play in C sharp Phrygian as long as I target those same notes that are in the normal scales, like well in the major scale. And if I feel like I can go over to F minor, and kind of goof around with anything that I want through there. But if you got like the feel of the song, take a random fret, random string, remember which note it is. Yeah, I can't even tell you the notes on most of the strings. That's another crazy thing. I can tell you where a lot of starting points are. Like I know that's a D. C sharp will be right behind it. It'll be B, that's A. So A, B, D, which means A, B, C. Yeah, I can't even tell you half the notes. E, F, B, E, F, G, A, A, G, C, G, E. As long as I know my starting point, I can kind of figure out the rest. Yeah, all the names of the scales and stuff mixing together does kind of, but they're just fancy words that mean stuff like major scale. Like Ionian is major, Aeolian is minor. Uh, Phrygian is the one that kind of sounds like Egyptian music. That's where you're doing like what's really cool about Phrygian, you can do a lot of heavy metal stuff with it too. Like but yeah, they all have like their own different feel and stuff to them. What is Lydian? Let me just see the Lydian scale. Okay, that's one of those where it's like it's just a stretchy scale. Let me find Mixolydian. All right, let's do it in E. Mixolydian is pretty similar to the minor scale, except for no, it's pretty similar to the major scale, except for instead of doing the stretch part of it in the normal major scale, you're just doing that part instead. And then Alien again is minor, which is just and Locrian. Locrian's a weird one. That one is the one where you only have two notes to start with, so you'll be here like. But yeah, they basically all have their own different feels and stuff to them, and then you got your pentatonic. Yeah, clean jazz and blues is fun too. So I mean, everybody starts somewhere. That's the thing. It's like nobody becomes like I've been doing this for a long time, and there are guitar players that still blow me out the water as far as actual ability and skill. Like it's one of those things that's almost it's impossible to master it. There's always going to be somebody that comes along that does like some crazy stuff that no one's ever heard of before. Like you got these guys that are doing like that crazy ass like tapping while they're strumming and everything, doing like drum beats and stuff. Like it's a very versatile instrument. It's very hard to like. You got your hybrid pickers that do picking and finger picking. You got people that are doing like flamingo stuff while they're using a guitar pick. The crazy tappers, the sweep pickers. But that's what I really like about the instrument. It's just so versatile. You can be a rhythm player. You can be a lead player. You can be unorthodox as hell and figure out something to it. Because like I said, my own journey of learning how to play is completely random. Like the stuff that I do, like it doesn't technically flow within music theory all the time because where I mix and match like a lot of scales together, but I'm in the right key. I'm playing the right notes. I'm just not proper. I'm not technically playing them the right way. Turn around real quick here. That's my method for using the vape before. Just turn around so they can't see it. I haven't seen anybody hop in the TikTok chat, so I'm pretty sure they've already downed my viewers. They might have caught a glimpse of smoke in the air. Songs that I started on, like I started like in the 2000s, so I was doing stuff like the Nirvana. That's a good way to do it. Like the my main thing that I always tell people is even if it's only like 5 to 10 minutes, practice every day. If you practice every day, that'll take you a long, long way. Even if it's just little bits at a time. Like what'll kill your progress is if you take long breaks. Like if you take a day off, that's not a big deal. Like you gotta go do something or a day or two. But if you take like weeks to months off, that will completely annihilate like 90% of any like progress you've made in months. Will be completely eliminated. You'll feel slow. You'll feel off. Nothing will feel right again. And it'll take you just as long to get it back. Then it'll take you longer to get it back than to lose it. Like, 'cause when I went a stint for a couple of years where I really wasn't picking it up and playing it every day, like I'd play like once every other day, and only like 10 or 15 minutes at a time. Like that really downgraded a lot of my progress that I made. I used to be really like I've now gotten my speed back for the most part, but I still feel like I can go. I used to go faster, but musically wrong, but I could play a lot faster. Yeah, I've lost a little bit of speed and stuff, and I've gained it back as again learning how to play properly. Oh, nice. Yes, that's something I've got been wanting to do too. Is like with writing music and stuff. I've got a few programs. Like I run what's it called? Mixcraft Pro Studio because I'm cheap and I don't want to buy free loops or any of those. But yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of different stuff you can do with anything. But yeah, handling bar chords is a pain in the ass. Like I'm not a big fan of bar chords just because of how my pops is a big fan of bar chords. He plays a lot of those. But he wrote like a lot of songs and stuff when he was younger using bar chords. But yeah, electric does feel easier as far as like pressing down. So like there's a lot of advantages, but like the thing that also hurt my progress a lot was like those old school guitar players being like, well, you got to start on an acoustic and then switch to electric, you'll play better. No, it's a completely different instrument. Like it'll help you build up endurance. Oh, nice. But yeah, playing on acoustic will help you build up endurance and strength and stuff. But then you'll have bad habits like pressing too hard, which is a habit I still need to break. Because when I'm doing bends and stuff, I press down really hard to pull the strings down when you don't really need to. Another thing that helped me out a lot was Paul Gilbert, learning a lot of Paul Gilbert riffs. That was my inspiration for learning how to actually play properly. I seen the way he was playing guitar, and I was like, "That's how I want to play." And yeah, I learned. That's where I learned a lot of those exercises. What else did I learn on one of his exercises? That one's always fun to goof around with. Warm up exercises. The best one is the spider. I'll do it with the. Yeah, like again, like it feels like when you switch from an acoustic to electric, like you're just pressing way too hard and flicking way too hard on the strings. When you a light touch does a lot. Like my picking hand technique is technically all wrong. I use a lot of instead of using the wrist and have my hand floating like you're supposed to, I like to, if you can't notice the shiny spot on my guitar, I anchor my finger down and I use just the index finger and thumb because it helps me keep the pick tight to the strings. Yeah, that too. Strumming too much with force. Yeah, you can just wrong tone for doing that kind of stuff. If you notice, I got like a slight delay, but my normal guitar tone. No, that one has a delay also. I forgot. Where's my normal guitar tone? Acoustic. Oh, I forgot it's guitar. I gotta find. It says guitar. I got a million tones on here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Where is guitar? Is it one? Yeah. It's not a good lead tone. Hello, hello. Oh, it doesn't work. If I got it playing through like speakers, I can actually talk to the guitar. That's my normal, like, if I'm actually recording stuff, guitar tones. This is my guitar solo tone. A lot of fun to play with it. Anyways, going to. Oh yeah, this guitar that I got here is it's a Schecter Evil Twin. The main things I like about it is the one get this all without. No, I can't. I got everything attached. But it's got ebony fretboard, Fishman Fluence pickups with the push pull to switch active to non-active, hip shot bridge. It's a 5-piece neck, string through body. I don't like the bolts and stuff being in the back, even though people love that style guitar better. It doesn't feel comfortable when I get down here. But the main thing you want to do when picking up a guitar is definitely play on it before you buy it, because you want it to be comfortable. Like this one, I was going to get a custom Kiesel made with all these same specs, but I found this a lot cheaper, and plus it has this style of was a truss rod adjustment. It has the spoke wheel in it, which is not an option you can get through Kiesel. But I like that way better than having the truss rod up here, because if you have to make an adjustment, if you strip that truss rod bolt, you're spending $1,000 to fix the neck, because you got to take the fretboard off, take the truss rod out, put a new truss rod in, put the fretboard back, and no luthier is going to do that for cheap. You're going to spend some money, and a lot of times it's better to buy a new guitar. Well, like that you can change with amp settings and stuff. Like this is like technically, like again with these pickups, they're made for heavy metal, right? But and soaring leads and everything. But I have acoustic tones that I use on it too. So I flip this, flip this, flip this. You get a really clean, bright, stratty sound. Now I push these back down, more full sound. also have that going too. Right? Let's turn that off. Uh, Old Entertainment. Then we also got. It's probably. Uh, what is that song? Oh my god! It's on Ride the Lightning. Fade to Black. I think that's the song you're thinking of. I just can't remember how to play it, but yeah, we'll Fade to Black. But it's not supposed to be have a good acoustic tone because it's a heavy active. Because like super active pickups and stuff. But if you adjust your amps and your toning and stuff to what you want, it doesn't matter what it has in there. That's going to override any of the hardware the guitar has. And don't worry about dumb stuff like tone wood and stuff like that. None of that stuff really matters when you're playing electric because oh, Master Puppets clean section. Okay, yeah, something like that. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the guitar tone helps a lot. But I can get a kind of stratty sound out of this by now that does matter. Like your pickup types do matter a lot. Um, like ceramic pickups are more like your actives. Like these are ceramics, I believe. Alcano are your passive pickups, like your Gibson pickups uses Alcano 5, which is a type of magnet, uh, and different windings and stuff on the poles, which help with your sound a lot. Like pickups that I would recommend if you're going to mod your guitar, I would go with DiMarzio. Like they're really, especially if you don't have the battery plug in, don't go for anything active, then you're going to have to do a lot of modding and stuff to your guitar, like drilling out holes and stuff like that. That's stuff you don't want to have to bother with. Uh, if you're going to just basically, if you got like a good solid neck on it and it's got a decent body and everything, you like the way it looks, and you like the way it feels and stuff, and you just want to upgrade the pickups and the volume and tone pots, go with DiMarzio pickups because you can just use your typical, I think it's 250 volt, where these are 25, and normal pickup switches and all that will work just fine. But DiMarzio makes really solid pickups. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say about ceramics. They're a lot more muddy and a lot more gritty. If you want something that's going to be like a lot more clearer, Alnico pickups are a lot cleaner sounding. Like I said, they're made to be separate pole pieces instead of solid, soap boxes. which is ceramic pickups. I mean, they still have the poles in them, but they just it's for design looks for that. Some of them do. There are some pickups like what is it? The Sustainiac pickup, which is the one that has like infinite sustain option. Oh, think for the like lice. Uh, you'll have infinite sustain or reverb option thing like these like little toggle switches. That was the last guitar that I had before I got this one. Had that in it. Love that pickup, but it has like the straight bar magnet that goes across it, which is how it does the infinite sustain. It has like a little wire that'll plug into the bridge, and it sends like a small vibration through the string to keep it constantly going. So you'll have a note that just keeps ringing. Like it doesn't do that slow dive out. Like you hit a note, that's what you're hearing forever until you let it go. HSS. Humbucker single coil. That is kind of an advantage because you can like when you flip it up to the neck position, is it humbucker is humbucker in the back and then two single coils up front, right? So if you switch to your middle or your front on your switches, you'll be playing the middle pickup or the front pickup. And your back will be just the humbucker itself. If it's set up like that, that means when you're doing okay, okay. So if you have it set to your neck pickup, you will have your single coil pickup where you'll get your Stratty sound out of. When you kick it to the back, you can get your humbucker sound going, which is more for your when you want to really let it rip. I've always kind of wanted to get a guitar like that. Like I've seen a lot of Ibanez's and stuff that have that set up, but I've never really been big on single coils personally because the style of music that I play most of the time, like a lot of heavy metal and stuff, and guitar solos. Like I kind of like having the double humbucker. Yeah, that those are nice. I had one with that in it, and I switched those pickups out for James Hetfield models because I just like the punchiness and stuff of those a little bit better. So I had to get rid of my push pull for the single coil. These ones are the original or the yeah the newer. They're not the newer version of the Fishmans. So it has a push pull on it, but it doesn't turn them single coil. It just switches them from active to non-active. So like I got the active sound going. Yeah, I can turn that off. Which is cool. Like I said, I love these pickups. I would like to have the five-way switch and be able to do the single coil and all that stuff. I could modify them because it still has the plugins for them because it's the Fishman Moderns, but I'd have to actually go in and adjust them and stuff, and I'd have to kill one of these pulls to make it work. But Schecter makes a couple of guitars that have that push pull on it with the EMG pickups that do that. Yeah. With the you can do that with these where where the where you can connect a wire and you can you kill out one of your push pulls to make it where it does single coil or humbucker instead of active non-active, and you leave the active non-active on a different pick on a different switch. And I wish this guitar had two volume, two tone because like I miss an old effect that I had with the kill switch effect that I no longer can do. Because I could turn the volume down on one pickup and then just toggle the switch to do a kill switch, which was fun, but you wear out your switch doing that. My other guitar I can do it with, but I don't have that guitar here. That's actually at my non-legally binding wife's house because I was letting my stepdaughter use it. She was like kind of wanting to learn how to play guitar, but I guess she kind of didn't really want to after she played it for a little while and figured out it was going to be more difficult. She thought seeing me do it. Oh, it's got to be easy. Not easy. You got. It takes time. You got to practice. I do like the one volume, one tone. Also, like it's kind of convenient because you can adjust everything just one time and you're good. You don't have to be like, oh shit, I forgot that pickup. I did this. I like Les Pauls as far as like what they are, as far as being a vintage style guitar and stuff like that. But I'm more of a fan of thinner necks like these, just because it's a lot easier to get your hands in positions. But I don't like the big baseball bat necks like with Fender Strats. Like I'm not a big fan of their necks. Love their guitars though; they make amazing guitars. I just never been a fan of their the neck styles that they have on them. I love Ibanez necks; they make amazing guitar necks. Schecter does a really good job with them. The main thing that I love about Schecter's brand is you can get any style of guitar that you want from them. The biggest thing, like it's gonna sound like I'm getting paid by these guys, but I don't get nothing from anybody. I'm broke as hell. I work a normal 9 to 5. Don't worry. But every guitar that they ship out is already set up. Usually, like with this, when I got the action was already set low. Everything was already set up on it. They already adjusted like the intonation. The pickups were already adjusted. They do a professional setup on it before they ship it out to you, which is great. So like I always recommend Schecter to anybody because like I just love their guitars. They kick ass. Like I've got two of them now. I'll probably end up getting a third or a fourth later on down the line. I want to try Kiesel out because I've heard nothing but amazing things about Kiesels. Like people love the hell out of those guitars. They're custom too, so you can have like you can make them like any kind of cool design or anything you want. They're expensive as hell though. Like I gotta fork over 4 grand to get the kind I want. This only cost me 900 because I got it on a Black Friday deal. Normally 1,500, but yeah, I'll take it. Another thing you also got to look out for is fretboard radius. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Intonation's been a nightmare on this thing too. So I switched from I went from tens to nines. I actually like the nines better for myself personally. The I use Ernie Ball, so super slinky. Uh, Even though the high E is sharp as shit, they're just more comfortable for like doing lots of high bending and stuff. I mean, hell, if it works, it works. Like the lower price guitars these days are not bad. Like when I was coming up, oh my god, they were trash. Like if you didn't have a $500 guitar, your guitar was a piece of shit. Like you could like if you try to bend your string with roll, you'd actually feel it like twist, which you're not supposed to do. It's supposed to be solid. Or you're try to bend up and your string gets caught under the fret. Like not supposed to have grooves in the frets until you played them for like years. Or you'll have dead frets where you try to make a sound, you get that weird sound. But yeah, even like Schecter's budget models and stuff like that are amazing guitars. I've never had a bad experience playing on a Schecter. Uh, some Jacksons are like that as well. Like I like Jackson a lot. They play really well. Ibanez is an amazing brand. I haven't got to try out Ernie Balls yet. The Music Mans, I've heard those are amazing, but I haven't actually got to try one myself. I like Gibsons again, like I said, for the nostalgia and stuff. And just it's a Gibson, but as far as playability and stuff, for me, they're okay. They're not what everybody thought they were back in the day. Like everybody was raving about them back in the '60s and '70s. They might have been the best guitars out there, but nowadays, I don't know. I think there's a lot better bang for your buck. Like I think you can get way better guitars from different companies for way cheaper. Like let me just compare a Schecter that's similar. Yeah, Ibanez Yamaha Court. Like the some of the most expensive Schecter guitars are like $2,000 at most US currency. But you get just a standard Gibson Les Paul. Gibson Les Paul Studio, one of their standard models, is you know $1,500 for a basic version of the guitar. You want one of their customs? Now you're talking 4 grand. Like that's ridiculous. And I can get the same specs, ebony fretboard, all that good stuff, all the tone wood and everything, better pickups and better electronics from Schecter for 1,500 to 2,000. If I'm gonna spend $4,000 on a guitar, I'm gonna buy a Kiesel. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, sorry, Gibson, I love you. You're a great brand. You've got, you're the OGs, but I'm sorry, your guitars are not as good as they used to be compared to other brands. Cease and desist from Gibson for talking shit about him. Don't you dare. Or Gibson fanboys are going to be mad at me and unfollow my channel. You son of a bitch, how could you say that about Gibson guitars? Let me see what you had. You said it's a Court. Is it the G250 SE? G11 SE, okay. G115 SE. And 15415 SE. I need the specs. Thank you. Bolt-on neck, 33 millimeter body, hard maple. It's got a normal scale length. That's good. 9.45 fretboard radius. That's decent. 22 fret, so you don't have the full double scale, but that's fine. That's not really that bad. Chord powerhouse plus H single coil and volume tone 5-way switch. You do have a 5-way switch on it, which is good. You got 6-point vintage tremolo, chrome hardware. It's supposed to come with the .009 slinky frets. I mean, people rave about it. They say it's a budget electric guitar, power, versatility. Yeah, I mean, if you just did a switch on the pickups and maybe the volume and tone knobs, it would be the white one. Oh yeah, I mean, it looks good too. Does it still have the pick guard on it, like that the red pick guard thing? But that looks cool as hell. Nice. That pick guard is sick. I'm assuming that's a rosewood fretboard, is what it looks like. Kind of hard to tell. Taking Garfunkel with the two-tone knobs and upgrade the pickups. Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, if it plays good and it feels good, you could also like upgrade the nut and stuff on it. Little things like that help with sustaining tuning. You can swap out the tuners. Like this one has locking tuners, which I love those. Like if you notice, there's no. Actually, I got a way to flip that around. Oh, let me see my camera here if I can turn this. There's my. But you notice on my strings there how there's no winding or anything. Like they're not wrapped around. They're just there. Like let me aim up to. Can you see that? where it's just clipped and it's hanging there. Like you can see the clip on the string, but I don't have it wound because it's locked. Okay, okay, Laurel wood. That's not bad. I mean, okay. Trying to readjust my camera again. Pick it off the thing. Oh no, I messed it up. Ruins it. Oh god, I'll never get it right again. There it is. Anyway. Oh yeah, nice. I got this straight ebony fretboard, which I like. It's the sustainable ebony too. Like, check, don't mess around with that. They don't do the illegal stuff. Yeah, but I mean, you can take a basic guitar and you do that stuff with it. You got a pro guitar at that point. Like I said, like this one, other than like the fretboard and the pickups on it, it's got the hip shot bridge, which again I love that. But the hardware makes a lot of difference in your sound and stuff as far as your guitar goes. Like if you and plus it's cheaper to do that than buying a $2,000 guitar if you don't need to. Like if you're really passionate about it and you really want to learn, really want to play, go for the expensive guitar. Like, don't sell yourself short on it. If it's going to become part of your lifestyle, save up the money, get you an awesome guitar. If it's more of a hobby for you and you just want to learn how to play songs and stuff like that, just upgrade the guitar you have currently. That's perfectly fine too. Or like I did for a while until I lost the guitar. My original guitar I actually just had, and I was going to use it as like a wall piece or something like that. But I accidentally left it at an ex girlfriend's house. Terrible decision. Never got it back. Which sucks. I lived there for a little while and lost my guitar. I was mad. It was a cheap ass. What was it, Epiphone Les Paul Special too. But that was my first guitar. I was wanting to hang on to that and make it a wall mount. But yeah, if you want to be, if you're passionate about it and you want to make it part of your lifestyle, like guitar is something you're going to do for the rest of your life, no matter what, then go for the expensive guitar. Like it doesn't hurt. Yeah, like I said, if it's a hobby and it's just something you just want to have fun with, you don't want to become like a virtuoso or anything like that. If you don't want to spend 10, 12 hours a day playing for the rest of your life, then yeah, just upgrade the guitar you got now. If you happen to go across like a pawn shop or something and you pick up one that you really like and it's cheap, grab it. But you know, for me, I know guitar is going to be part of my life forever, so I'm eventually going to just get expensive. You want to fight, P? You want a piece? I'm gonna get that belly. I'm gonna get the belly. I'm gonna get that belly, P. It's being an asshole as I have been playing with her. Oh, she's going after me again. You want to fight? You want a piece? You fluff up your tail at me? Eh. It's playtime and she's mad. Belly. What you fluffing up your tail? Man. All right, I'll get off of here. Jeez. I'll get off of here. Okay. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna call that a night. I didn't do a whole lot of playing like I normally do, but cat's being a butthole. I gotta appease the cat. It was nice meeting you, Sonic. Sonic. I hope I'm saying your name right, or Somic, or So Mike. It, I suck with the names on here. I apologize. Oh no, no, no. I hang it up on the wall right there. She doesn't mess with it. She's a good cat, even though she's being a butthole right now. Like that's another thing too. I don't put the guitar in the case because if it's out of sight, it's out of mind, and I'll forget to practice, and then skills diminish. With this setup, my bed's right there, guitar's right there. As soon as I wake up, I see the guitar, and it's like instantly, I've got to play. I've got to get up and play. As soon as I walk in my room, it's right there. Oh yeah, it's awesome to talk to you too. Yeah, I'm always down to talk about gear, guitars, and stuff like that, practice and technique. See, there you go. It's another way to do it too. But anyways, like I said, there you go. That's the way you do it. Sounds like you really like guitar. So I mean, I wouldn't be a bad idea to save up and just get that dream guitar. Screw it. If you're really passionate about it like that, might as well save up, get that dream guitar. Y'all live once, why not? Go for the expensive ass guitar. It's like other professional musicians, like violin players. They don't play random violins. They get a great violin. Piano players, they get great pianos. I mean, might as well get a great guitar. Hey, I'm getting off here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm getting off here. Quit yelling at me. Quit yelling at me. But anyways, nice meeting you as well. It was fun talking to you. Everybody on TikTok, appreciate y'all for the likes and follows and all that good stuff. YouTube, Facebook, Kick, everywhere else we're streaming. See that too? Yeah, getting a great guitar motivates you. Like I said, if you're gonna do it for life, might as well. Why not? So I'm getting a Kiesel. I ain't got the money for it now, but I'm gonna save up and get one. But we will see you all later. Everybody, y'all have a great night. Thank y'all again. We'll see you next time. Hey, it helps me too. Every time I talk about guitar, it makes me think about other things I haven't thought about in a while. Like when I do, when people request songs, even if I butcher them and stuff, it helps me improve my playing. Like it's fun for me. I love guitar. But I do stream kind of randomly, so make sure you got your notifications on because there's some days I'll come on around this time. I might stream early in the morning here. This is like 2 a.m. is when I started this one, 2, 3 a.m., something like that. 3 a.m. But some days I'll stream around 2 to 3 a.m. Some days I'll be 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon. It just depends on what my work schedule is. But again, thank y'all. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great night.